Hi and welcome to Roo's Kitchen and Garden. So today I thought I was on the terrace, so let me talk about how to grow tomatoes from seed. I have small tomatoes here; they're not grown to full size, but when they grow full size, I will obviously post pictures on our Insta page so you can see them there. But before they reach full size, we should know what's the process or the procedure to grow tomatoes. These have grown from seeds. Let me turn the camera around. So this have grown from seeds, and these are one, two, three tomato plants here. There was 4 and 5 which I uprooted today. They were really small. I had put them in the rows, and there are some here as well. So 3 here, and then some here. These are again 1 and 2, two big ones. So these have started to flower. So these have started to flower now. Like I said, I grew them from seeds. So I first put them in small pots like these. You can see I have planted cowpeas and squash here. So this kind of small starter pots you get. So you can plant the seeds in that, and once you have strong 4 to 5 plants which are like really strong looking, you can transfer them. Start from a small pot because the nutrients kind of get lost in big pot and the seeds kind of don't get proper nutrition. But if you start from a small pot, and even if you apply any fertilizer, the seed gets it and it grows really well. Now you can see these are the big type of tomatoes, if I remember, because I've planted so many different types, I honestly don't remember. And I didn't mark them. That was a mistake. So always mark them. Just write these names on these ice cream sticks like that so you don't get confused, which I didn't do. Then tomatoes need these sorry, they need these sticks support, or in this case I have put a cage. Let me run to it. In this case I have put a tomato cage. So tomato plants need support, so you need to put a stick or put a tomato cage. Now these are nightshade plants: tomato, bell pepper, eggplants. So these are very easily prone to aphids, and the insects, the scales and aphids, they attack them very easily. So I will tell you what to do to prevent that. Now you see the leaves are very healthy here, very healthy, touchwood, very healthy plant. Let me take a far away angle, and I'll also show you now. They got lots of flowering. So now when these start flowering, I know there are honeybees thankfully here on the terrace, lots of them. But even then, every now and then when I come to the terrace, I kind of tap these stalks like that, like this. Gently tap it like this, anywhere a little away from the flowers, so the pollen grains kind of fall on each other, and this kind of helps in pollination. Okay. Again over here we'll try and do the same. So this is perfect. This is good enough to start the pollination cycle. Now what all I give to my tomato plants is I every now and then I come and put my eggshells here. As you can see, some are fallen here. I grind them fine, actually I pound them finer than this, but today I just put them anyhow. Then I put my vegetable peels and stuff like that. And this is also a slow release fertilizer. It's completely organic. That also I keep adding to it. I will show you what else. There are small tomatoes right now on this plant. Let me see if I can. Yeah, small ones, very beautiful. This plant is touchwood very healthy. So are all the other plants here. Now I'll tell you what tomato plants actually need. This is a fish emulsion. Now when you're planting tomatoes at the base of the pot, before you start, when you are transplanting the seeds, if you have some fish bones and stuff like that, fish scales, fish bones, prawn shells, crab shells, wash them thoroughly, and you can put it at the put your layer of soil, put your fish bones and everything, and then add your soil, and then plant your tomatoes. My god, you won't believe the kind of results you will achieve by doing that. It's just amazing. I was not doing that because I couldn't do that because my dog would dig up the entire garden trying to smell, uh, trying to get to the treasure. But if you can do, or if your tomato plant is at an elevation, then please do not skip that step. It's a game changer. Now, I also very regularly put Epsom salt here. This one, Epsom fertilizer. You will get this at any plant nursery. It's very nice for tomato plants. Now what I do is I use it as a what is it called, foliar spray. I don't know if I'm saying it in the right way. Like for the foliage, so for the leaves, so I add 1 tablespoon of Epsom salt and I fill it up with water. I shake it very nicely and then I spray it on the leaves. It helps the leaves, the stomata absorbs all this Epsom salt liquid, and the plants really look very healthy and they are strong, so no aphids or mealybugs, nothing affects them. Second, on and off, like every once a week, I will apply fish emulsion fertilizer and seaweed fertilizer. I mix both of these together, 1 capful, and I dilute it with a lot of water, and then I put it to the plant. As a pesticide, I also use neem oil. So I spray neem oil also on the leaves. Again, the same thing, 1 cap full of neem oil and 1 bucket full of water, and you fill up your spray bottles like this and you just go spraying on the leaves. If it's rainy season, then you need to do it very often because it gets washed away, and even the nutrients get washed away, so the plants are very prone to pest attack. Now recently I have found this HB101. This is again organic, eco natural. It's a 100% natural plant vitalizer. You have to spray just 1 drop to 1 liter of water. This is very expensive. You can completely avoid this also if you don't want to invest in this, but you can replace this with any of this Epsom salt or seaweed fertilizer and stuff like that. Now what I'm going to show you now is something very interesting. It's called a bioenzyme. I have made this. This is an excellent fertilizer, an excellent spray. It will keep your bugs away. It will nourish your plants. It's like a game changer again. How to make this? I will surely show y'all, and I'm preparing this to show y'all, but maybe later. This gets ready on 6th of September, so I will show you after that. I previously made and the results were fantastic. So that's it, my friends. Just use a good quality soil, use Epsom salt, use neem oil for natural pest naturally controlling the pest. Use fish emulsion, fish bones, fish scales to make your plant really healthy. Use seaweed fertilizer, dilute it in water, regularly keep spraying. Regularly keep your kitchen scraps put your kitchen scraps into the soil, and you should also be able to grow nice and healthy and juicy tomatoes. Now these plants over here are in full sunlight, right? I've also grown them on a balcony, so please don't be deterred that we don't have a terrace, we can't grow it. No, you can also grow it in a balcony or a patio. You need 6 to 8 hours of full sunlight. So that's it. Hope you like this video. Hope I've tried to cover everything. If not, let me know and I shall answer your queries. Yes, like I said, like and subscribe to Ru's Kitchen and Garden and our Insta page to get pictures from the garden, what's growing and stuff like that. It's really inspirational. Hey, one more thing that I missed out is, now last time I showed it in my previous video. Right now I've taken out everything. Now you see this branch here, there are 2 baby tomatoes growing. Now in this V shape, if there were leaves growing, those would be called suckers. Those are called suckers, and I would just pinch those suckers out, right? So you need to do that, so all the nutrient goes to your tomatoes and they grow big. Yay, I've got one here. See this? in these two branches. Here's a sucker. Just remove the sucker. That's it. So that's it. Bye bye.